the answers might not be their own answers.
Yeah.
Okay, so for focus group, I wrote again, focus group is closer to real social life than individual interviews because opinions are formed through awareness of other people's view through discussion. So when you have to form opinion about real life, you form it through the views of others, what each individual have said about that topic, their views. So you have to put them together to understand the real life events. So that is what focus group will bring about. So for focus group, it is not just about the individual saying, it's about what groups will say. Individuals will talk and groups will talk. So what are the views of the group based on that topic? That would allow you as an interviewer to know what the social life of those individuals are on that topic. Did you get it?
Yes.
So this takes us to the strengths and limitations of qualitative interview, because unstructured interview is a qualitative interview, not quantitative.
And semi-structured, right?
Yeah, semi-structured is also qualitative interview. So the strengths now. The strengths and limitation of qualitative interviews. One, if conducted well, it provides details and valid data on the point of view of respondents. Yeah. Like when you give the interviewee or the respondents time to really talk about what they have to talk, when you don't intervene, when you are not supposed to, they will give you feelings. You would have created a rapport with them. That means they will give you response that are valid. Do you get the point there? That's the first point. Is it clear?
Yes.
Valid response because of the kind of relationship you have with them. 2, the flexibility of the interview allows the interviewer to probe more deeply. Here, because there's flexibility, you could order your questions as an interviewee. That means each topic discussed or each point discussed by the interviewee, you can probe more. You can ask more questions about it. Do you get it?
Yes.
So interviewers can probe in depth about the topic discussed.
Yes.
The third point, interviewers can often assess the honesty and validity of the answers as they are given. So, like the indirect questions that is being thrown to the interviewee, you would know if the interviewee is saying the real thing or not. Did you get it?
Yes, because it will reflect to him.
It will reflect on his language, his body language, and how he says it. If he has been flowing well, and when it comes to those indirect questions, the flow stops or the flow is not as it used to be, then you would know that this interviewee is not giving a true view of the event.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Then the last one here is more information can be brought out for further investigation.
Yeah.
So because it's about probing. So in the course of probing, no matter how it is, the interviewer will be emotional. It will talk about things that maybe happened then, and that could make you to investigate further on what has happened then. Do you get it?
Yes.
So what are the problems of qualitative interviews or qualitative interviews? One, they are time consuming, both in carrying out, transcribing, and analyzing. It takes time. You have to finish up with the interview. You have to transcribe it because it's through maybe video recording and the rest.
Yes.
And you have to analyze it. It takes time. 2, it can be difficult to generalize. Why is it difficult to generalize? It is difficult to generalize because it cannot be repeated. It is not standardized questions. It's only standardized questions that you can repeat with another interviewee.
So you change every question to another way.
The feelings, the topic will be discussed. The views of different individuals are there. So you cannot generalize it.
Yes,
Unlike when it is a standardized question, you're going to ask the same questions from different interviewees. It's easy. But when there are no structured, when there are no standardized questions, so the point of view of individuals will be different. So you cannot generalize it.
Yes, because
Is it
there
clear?
will be more questions as they go on.
As they go on. So you cannot replicate it. It's not possible to have the same thing. Clear?
Yeah.
The third point is that the interviewer must be skilled.
Then yeah.
And that's difficult to see skilled interviewers. It's difficult. It's not something that it's expensive.
Yes.
Then the last one, there might be interviewers' influence, which brings about bias. Because the interviewer is there. It's not like this type of question, like self-completion questions that you don't have the interviewer's influence. Here, the interviewer can influence the situation, which might bring about bias. Then that might reduce the validity of the question, of the interview. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
So that's all about interviews. Is there anything? No, it's done.
Yeah. So.
Recording.